Welcome to Hoffman Happenings. My name's Nadia. So glad that you are here because today we have a fall DIY. We're going to make a pumpkin wreath using the pumpkin wreath forms that you can find at your local Dollar Tree. Really inspired by these beautiful pumpkin wreaths I've seen online. They are just beautiful and elegant and just so farmhouse beautiful. I just love them and was really inspired and wanted to make my own. So I hope you enjoy this. Wreath is really great. You can make it whether you are a advanced crafter or a beginner just like me. You're gonna love making this pumpkin wreath. So let's get started. The supplies that you're gonna need for this pumpkin wreath are pumpkin wreath forms that you can find at Dollar Tree. You will need 2 of them for this wreath. Also, you're going to need some of this jute string or twine, whichever you call it, but you're going to need at least 3 rolls. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, and again, if you can find some thick jute string, please pick that up, or rope. But also you're going to need some ribbon, whatever kind, color you want. I do highly recommend using a wired ribbon. And you're going to need some fabric, sweater fabric. You can buy an old, use one of your old sweaters or buy an old sweater at Goodwill. But I got my sweater fabric at Joann's. And you're also going to need some clips. These are going to be very handy. And of course, you're going to need your glue gun and some glue sticks. My glue gun is so old, you guys. I need a new one. Let me know what your favorite glue gun is. I really need a new one. Anyway, you're going to measure out your fabric. Now, I got a yard, I think half a yard of fabric of sweater, but you're going to need to measure it out with your wreath form. As you can see here, I'm just kind of getting an idea. Now, my sweater fabric, again, that I purchased at Joanne Fabrics, mine was very stretchy, so I had a lot of it and I realized I didn't need as much of it. But you're gonna just kind of measure it out. Then you're gonna put some hot glue around the edges of your wreath form and flip it over like I did here, and you're gonna pull the wreath up over the sides or the edges of your metal wreath form. And this is very handy. If you have the clips, you can put the clips on to kind of adhere it while the glue is drying, because my fabric or my sweater fabric was very stretchy. It kind of would pull it off, so I needed some clips to keep it on. And then you're going to glue all the way around the edges of the wreath form, and then you're just going to pull the fabric up around to the back. And again, you're going to do that all the way around. And as you can see, I had some excess. I'm just trimming away the excess from the back there, but you want to make sure it is very tight, and it may take some maneuvering just to pull it and glue it and making sure that it is tight. And here's what the front looks like. As I started gluing around the edges, you can see how I had some wrinkles and I needed to pull it. It was a little loose. So you're just gonna have to probably do that too, depending upon what your sweater fabric is like. Again, mine was very stretchy. So it was pretty easy, to stretch it over and glue it. But depending on what kind of fabric you use, it could be different for you. So this is what the front looks like after it's been pulled down. Now, here is the other wreath form, which I'm putting on top of the wreath form with the sweater fabric, just to kind of get an idea of what it looked like. But then you're going to take the second wreath form. Now, this is the tedious part, you guys. You're going to take that jute string, and we're going to be wrapping it all around the wire of the wreath. The pumpkin wreath form. So this takes some time. I started by putting a little dab of glue and then putting the end of the string, gluing that down, and then just wrapping it all around the wire. So you need to wrap it. As you can see, I got off to a rough start. It kind of unraveled on me and I had to glue it, but that's okay. But that's basically what you need to do. You need to wrap it around all of the wire. Now, get a good movie on. Take some time if you need to. I have problems with my hands. I have a little bit of arthritis. It took me a little longer. And again, if you have thicker string, I highly recommend using that. I wish I could have found some, you guys. This is all that they had. So I just was a wrapping fool. So you're gonna wrap all the way around, gluing a little bit at a time, and then just wrapping all of it all the way around the inside of the wreath form and on the outside. But make sure that you leave the stem alone. You do not want to wrap any around just yet, but you just keep on wrapping with that jute string. Okay, so once you're done wrapping that up, you're going to take your sweater pumpkin form, and then you're going to place the jute string pumpkin wreath on top. And then you're going to make sure that you line it up so that it is together tightly, and then you're going to wrap both of the stems together. So you're going to take your jute string and just wrap the stems. And once you're done wrapping the stems together, you can flip it over to the back. This is what it looks like. And then you can also glue the sides down if you like. But I was fine with just keeping them together, the two forms together, with the jute twine and the stems wrapped together. Then you're going to take a bow. Take your ribbon, make a bow however you want to make it. I just made a simple bow with my ribbon. I also added a button. I love buttons. So I added a button. Also, you're going to take some of this greenery, any greenery you want. I got mine actually in Hobby Lobby in the wedding section, but I found this. I love this greenery, and I just kind of intertwined them together, just kind of wrapped them around each other there. And this is going to be kind of like a little swag to put on top with the bow on top of the pumpkin. So I'm just gluing down some hot glue directly on the stem, and then I'm going to adhere the greenery on top of the stem. And then I'll be adding my bow. And again, I made just a simple bow, and I added a button, which you can buy the buttons at Dollar Tree. You can get a little pack of them, actually not a little, quite a lot. You get a little jar filled up with buttons at Dollar Tree for just $1.25. And I used one of the buttons here with the bow, which I love using. Just a little embellishment. And again, you can embellish it however you want. You can add more greenery, make a bigger bow, make a little tag that has, you know, like thankful or grateful on it. But I kept mine real simple. I just really liked how this looked. I thought this came out really great. I hung it right up on my door, and I was real happy with it. Yeah, there's some flaws, but again, you know, it makes it more special. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hope you have a great day. Thanks again for watching.